Welcome to Google Ads Unleashed, the podcast that helps you harness the power of Google Ads. And now your host, Jeremy Young.
Hello and welcome back to Google Ads Unleashed, guys. Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry there hasn't been an episode last week. There's been, a little bit going on in the background. There have been sort of a couple of new recruitment campaigns going on internally. I was away in Greece for work. I have family visiting this week, just personal life stuff, which just sometimes comes in the way. But I'm going to try my best to record an episode anyway for the coming week, even on a Sunday night for you guys, because I obviously don't want to disappoint you. Which is why this episode is going to be a bit quick and dirty as well, because I want to talk about a little hack which I want you to use in your next Google Ads campaigns going forward. And that is use standard shopping with max clicks. So that sounds nuts, right? So how are you going to sort of increase sales with a sort of a non-conversion based bidding strategy? So if you're an avid listener, if you're a decent Google Ads marketer, if you are an e-commerce business owner who's been running Google Ads with some success, then probably you will have a Performance Max campaign, or you will have existing shopping campaigns which are running on target ROAS. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but kind of what happens over time, you've probably seen this in when you've run meta ads before. So if you target purchases all the time, then you will always target only a tiny group of people who are ready to buy and are willing to purchase. They will continue to see your ads very often, and your ads won't actually sort of penetrate other audiences that much, because Meta will continue focusing, showing ads to audiences of which it knows that they're more willing to buy. Well, Google is very similar, right? So if you have a conversion-based strategy and let's say this campaign needs to hit a ROAS of 3 or 300%, what Google will do over time is it's going to establish what kind of search terms work and what kind of audiences work, and continue serving those search terms and audiences your ad in order to hit that ROAS. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That's exactly what it's meant to do. But how do you force the algorithm to look beyond that? So there's only really two ways. Either you bid more aggressively or you up your budget. So the issue that you probably have faced in the past is if you actually increase your budget, very often Google will very quickly, the ROAS will drop massively. Why? Because you start to tap into search volume that is not the low-hanging fruit, that is high in volume but less specific. Okay, example, for instance, you sell kids beds, right? Children's beds, and specifically children's bunk beds. Then you will cover with your Performance Max any sort of search that revolves around children's bunk beds, right? And all the search volume that is in there. Now, there's only a limited amount of search volume for that. So if you start venturing or start increasing the budget or your bids, you will start venturing into search volume for, let's say, children's beds. But the thing is, children's beds could be anything. It could be from a child cot to something else. So you can already see where I'm going with this. The less specific the search volume, the search term, the more in volume it is, generally speaking. And that's where smart bidding, of course, can help and really drive performance, but it can also tank very quickly, because in the end, Google Ads lives off relevance, right? You have to present a relevant search result with a relevant search term. Back to the original thing. So what is happening over time is that with a conversion-based strategy, Google or PMax or shopping will continue focusing its budget on a predictable search volume that will bring a predictable amount of revenue. Nothing wrong with that. So if you are looking for relatively risk-free to now expand its horizon without compromising on your CPA or your ROAS, then you should do the following. So with a strategy such as max clicks, so what you do is you just create a separate shopping campaign, set it to max clicks with a really low bid cap, and what will happen then is that all the search volume that bypasses your predictable low-hanging fruit search volume will get picked up by this campaign that you created. But what is the advantage? This time, you don't have the aggressive bids. You have really low bids and a low bid cap, but you also have a conversion strategy, or a bidding strategy rather, that is super, super aggressive, and that is clicks maximization. So Google applies a totally different logic to enter auctions. It's not looking for conversions, it's just looking for clicks. Any clicks it can get with that low CPC. So suddenly you start entering auctions you may have never entered before. So PMax continues to grab that low hanging fruit, bottom funnel, hot traffic, converting it with a certain target ROAS, and that's all well and good. But now your shopping campaign with super low CPCs and the max click strategy ventures beyond that pool of search volume. And we've been testing this now in 24 accounts, and every single time it works really well and just adds that little percentage on top. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10% more conversions that you are actually looking for when you are looking to add incrementality to a Google Ads account. So this is something that we've been applying. It's been working really well. Sometimes it's actually even outperformed, believe it or not, some of the existing campaigns that we've had, which is absolutely bananas. Just make sure that you still exclude all of the negative keywords and, of course, all branded keywords from that campaign, and then you're good to go. If you like that tip, or if you need any future Google Ads tips and advice, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can email me at jeremy@younganddigital.marketing or find me on LinkedIn. Just type in Jeremy Young Google Ads. Or you can visit our website, younganddigital.marketing, book a free consultation. Just pop onto my Calendly and book a 101. Whether it's, you need advice, or you need PPC management, or you need coaching, we're here to support your business and your growth. Thank you for listening. This was Jeremy Young, your dedicated Google Ads specialist, and I wish you a productive and successful week ahead. Thank you very much. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to Google Ads Unleashed. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. If you found value in today's podcast, please share it with others and leave a rating and a review. For more information or to connect with Jeremy, check him out online at www.younganddigital.marketing. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.